On this edition of Water Wednesdays, we're looking at a permanent fix for some of the challenges that many residents have been seeing in St. John, St. Joseph, and St. Andrew. Those districts and parishes really at the higher elevation of our water supply system. So how do we fix this issue going forward with the outages and low pressure in these rural areas? To talk to me a bit more about dealing with this challenge going forward, we have Charles Leslie. He is the Director of Engineering at the BWA. So Charles, we touched on this in the last edition of Water Wednesdays, looking at what your teams are doing at Vineyard to provide somewhat of a permanent fix for these long problems that we've been seeing there.
Yes, thank you, Shane. As we indicated, during this period now, a number of persons basically are at home. Normally, persons would leave home and from the rural areas and head into the city during the day or around the coast, and that would alleviate some of the stress that or the pressure that we have on those systems, those older systems on the interior of the island. But because a lot of those persons are at home now because of this COVID period, obviously those systems are stressed, and it's putting a little bit more stress on those systems. To augment the water supply in those higher elevations, St. John and St. Joseph, and those higher areas in Andrew, the Barbados Water Authority, one of the projects that we have in the pipeline to improve that service is a project we call the Vineyard Water Augmentation Project. And basically what we're looking to do is to bring water from Groves and St. Philip through to St. John via a system of pipelines and reservoirs. So we're going to be constructing a new pump station at Vineyard, near our reservoir at Vineyard, and we'll move that water through a pipeline to Mount Pleasant, to a reservoir at Mount Pleasant, and then from Mount Pleasant we'll move that into the Bowmanston area, and from the Bowmanston area then we'll move that on through Golden Ridge into the Castle Grant area. There's a
How much water? Sorry to cut you there, Charles. I wanted to know how much water are we talking about in terms of moving from what is a new system into what would be the general system which provides water for those residents in those rural parishes?
Okay, in the first instance, we are going to be looking at moving between 1 million to 1.5 million gallons from Vineyard. But as time progresses and we improve the system at Groves, we are going to be looking to move as much as 2 to 3 million gallons from that area, if it is available, right into the interior of the island. So in the first instance, we are going to start off with about 1 million to 1.5 million gallons, but then we'll improve the system to be able to push more water to the interior of the island.
Will this make up for the shortfall that currently results in the outages and low pressure being seen in those parishes?
They should make up for the shortfall in those areas, but we always have to be cautious because right now we have boreholes at Sweetville that are producing about 1 million gallons per day. We have boreholes at Applewaits that are producing between 1.5 million, 2 million gallons per day. But if we continue to get reduced rainfall, we know that those systems are going to be affected. So we always have to be looking for new sources of water. Once we don't get the replenishment of our groundwater reserves from the rain, we always have to be looking for new sources.
Thank you, Charles, for the update. And of course, please stay safe during this pandemic. And thank you for watching this edition of Water Wednesdays. Of course, for more information on the prohibition notice, you can go to our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. You can go to our Facebook or Instagram pages for information on that and updates, or just type Water Wednesdays in YouTube. You can find us there.